Welcome to Patriot TV. Our programs are designed to revolutionize the mind for social transformation. My name is Adam Musa Adams. Join me. Our focus in this edition shall be on self-interest versus national interest. We all witnessed the unfortunate incident in the United States of America when the then President Donald Trump lost the election at the poll. It was reported that his followers were incited to take over the Capitol building, leading to insecurity and chaos. And CNN reported that this action was accounted to be what was described as an act of insurrection. This has led to the trial of the former president in the Senate. In 2015, then President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan contested as a presidential candidate in the election, hoping to run his second tenure. And it was accounted that this was an election that turned our nation into the worst nightmare of unexpected fear of the unknown, of chaos that may come out if Jonathan is made the president. While coalition was still going on, the then president, who said his ambition is not worth the life or the blood of any citizen, called to congratulate his competitor, President Muhammadu Buhari. This is what I call true patriotism, putting self-interest behind and embracing national interest. Imagine what would have happened going by the temperament of the supporters of President Muhammadu Buhari of that time. It would have been another man. But a president, out of patriotism, saw that the nation, it's more than himself. He never contested an election that was characterized by all possible electoral fraud, by reports available. This takes us down to the origin of self-interest versus national interest. And the self-interest is still sickly what has been our problem till this minute. Starting from our history, what has characterized our politics from pre-colonial to the colonial period to our independence, to the military intervention, to the succession of one military leader after the other, were all the desire to satisfy their ego. Record shows that almost all of the military head of states of Nigeria after the first coup till now were all commandants in the military, and they all participated in the civil war. So there seems to be this self-gratification, that the quest for power, that I did this and I did this, I can take over from you, left us in a very serious situation that when we were to be evolving, we were busy struggling for who wants to lead the nation, from military council to military head of state to high-functioning democracy. The simple thing is self-interest versus national interest. And this self-interest leads to the gratification that has been underlying our polity from the beginning. There is an editorial that I will refer us to that interplay greatly on this. In the editorial on Nigeria by Time magazine on the 10th of November 1958, he said, behind the scene, the conference had revealed ominous signs of trouble to come. He said, from the start, there was clash between the personalities of the premier of the three regions, each obviously more important than the scholarly federal prime minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Now, he said, when the conference took up the ticklish problem of how to protect the rights of minorities among Nigerians' 250 tribes, Awolowo suggested creating 3 new states. The North sat down, not wishing to relinquish any of his own territory, nor did he like the plan for a centralized police force. under the federal government. He much preferred to use his own force, which are answerable only to him, can pop a man in jail with no question asked. This happened while they were negotiating our independence in the United Kingdom. So from the beginning, even while our founding fathers were working hard to fight for our independence, there seems to be these differences that is aligned with self beyond national interest. From then till now, that has been the underlying factor that characterized our leadership. That has been the underlying factor that has characterized how we see our people. It means from the very foundation, there had been self-gratification that is sectional, meaning that my police are answerable to me. They do what I want them to do. Your police need to pass through a process that will affect what I want. And this disagreement was never resolved. This continued and affected even the formation of our political party before the First Republic, that it became a sectional thing. Every party belonging to every section you are, in the Northeast, everybody had their own political party. And the ideology of all of this political party is NAMU, our own. So it doesn't matter whether it's okay or it's not okay. That's the first grade. That's the first level of self-gratification. This was not controlled, and it degenerated into intra. You'll find out that even within the same section, fights upon fight, degeneration upon degeneration, all in the interest of self. And what is the origin? What is behind this self? Is it ego? Is it greed? Because this self-gratification does not go beyond accumulating the national treasury to just one unit, allowing the others to suffer. Even in our appointment, in how the federal character begin to operate. When it is my turn to ensure that my people are okay, my home is okay, my family is okay, my community is okay, my tribes are okay. And this becomes the norm. It becomes the practice. Our polity begin to have this underlying. It degenerated to our state, to our local government, including even councillorship. So it becomes the general norm that I just want to be in power to satisfy myself, my people. And how can someone whose interest is simply self-gratification have a reason for national interest? And if you don't have any reason to have interest in the nation, what then is patriotism? And if you are not interested in the nation, you prefer to gratify yourself and at the detriment of other, and the nation is not moving as a people, how then do you find development? How do you get equity? How do you interpret what the Constitution demands? When shall we understand that the nation, Nigeria, is bigger than just one person? In the course of winning an election, you create all manner of fight, you create chaos, you create mayhem, you refuse to give people what should be their right, you refuse to provide the right road, you gratify yourself. How long will this continue? How long do we dwell in this darkness? When shall we see the light that nation building is beyond self? And that without the love for a nation, you actually do not love yourself, because you are first greedy. And greed is the highest form of folly. It's the highest form of folly, because it's actually foolishness when you are not delivering on demand. You're not delivering on the oath. You're not delivering on leadership. You're not delivering in service. It's folly. It means you don't know. How long do we dwell in this? That is why we call that it is time we begin to develop, begin to teach how to have love for the nation, begin to kill self-gratification, and begin to put the nation first.
Welcome to the Voice Pop segment on Patriot TV. I am Israel Ojaglifu Rejoice. Kindly come with us as we go to the street to find out what Nigerians are saying about self-gratification or self-interest. Please give us examples of how self-interest is destroying our country.
Self-interest is disturbing all of us. It's affecting every area of the economy. Both the economy, politics, every area, aspect of the economy of the nation is affecting us, because everybody there is just for self-interest, not for the interest of the nation.
I think self-interest is nepotism. And so there's no nation that will grow when nepotism is the order of the day, especially what we see today in government. If you are not from a certain tribe, certain religion, certain geopolitical zone, you don't get, you know, the benefit of governance. Self-interest, you know, kills loyalty. Nobody wants to be loyal to a government that does not care about them.
Our politicians should learn that political offices are meant to better the lives of the citizens and not to use it as an avenue to gather wealth for either yourself or your family. And I think this is not helping us as a country.
The country has to be built based on patriotism. Any nation that does not drive at the level of patriotism, such nation should be walking into a stage of confusion, just like what we are facing or currently facing as a nation. People are trying to secure their future in their public spaces instead of looking at how they can use the opportunity that they have in their space to build a better nation. Imagine somebody is stealing 3 billion, and I ask myself a question: what will somebody do with 3 to 5 billion, for God's sake? As the public fund was actually made for a public consumption, it was meant to better the life of a larger community, and one person is stealing that money, hiding it under the umbrella or under the sockaway. Understand? And ask yourself also, how long do you have to stay on this planet here that you are hiding 5 billion?
We must put ourselves in oneness, love, and care that will build a nation. When you remove those two things, a nation can never be built.
I can't even say that it has done more harm than good, but it has really destroyed our country, Nigeria, and not only Nigeria, the world in general. Because the rate at which people are concentrating only on the affairs that will benefit them is increasing on a daily basis.
So what are those things that will stop those grab and put for yourself?
It's when we take a decision that we want to stand for the nation, we want to build a nation where our children will enjoy the future. Not even only ourselves, but the children and us in general. And we have the nation at heart. We place the nation first before everything.
It all depends on us as a people, how we think and how we do things, changing the way we do things, starting from our houses, just like they always say that charity begins at home.
It's better you do the right, start doing the right. They know the right thing. Do the right thing now, you know, so that you remain relevant. You know, after now, I tell you, those that are fake will be irrelevant in the future.
Welcome to the question and answer segment on Patriot TV. I am Israel Ojagifu Rejoice, and today's question goes this way. Give example of how self-gratification affects governance in your local government. I know you did it better last time. Good luck. The first 3 persons who answer the questions correctly stand a chance to win he or herself a 500 naira recharge card of any network of your choice. Keep sending your answers to the following numbers on your screen, and please don't forget to follow us on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please stay tuned.